So to complete the remaining floors here, I can just copy the first floor to the second floor, but it's not professional, because maybe the first floor and the second floor they have different heights, right? So I have to adjust again the columns, right? So in this case, I'm gonna repeat the same process that I did for the first floor, right? I'm gonna add for each intersection in my grid, I'm gonna add a columns in the beam, okay? And I can change the structure, right? Because now I have option to change the structure, because I'm not copy and paste, right? I'm just doing it again and again, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on the second floor. I'm gonna go on the second level, on the left part of our table here. You can see the second level. Just click on it, right? It's gonna open, right? And you can see the sign, the symbol of columns. So these columns, they're from first floor to the second floor, right? They're from the first floor to the second floor, right? So now I need to create other columns along these other columns here, right? But they're coming from the second floor to the third floor, okay? So I'm going to repeat the same process like the one that I did for the previous video. I'm going to just put the columns at each intersection here, okay? So by using architecture, and architecture, you can just pick column here, okay? And make sure that all of the columns, they have the same material, right? And you need to place them in the middle, right? This is my middle, 4000. So for all of this intersection here, we have to place the columns, okay? I'm gonna place right now, like I'm gonna start placing again. I'm gonna zoom for you guys so you see it properly. So I'll repeat the same process like yesterday. Yeah. Okay, so after placing all the columns, right, and make sure that all of them are aligned properly, right? So I'm going to check how the columns look like, right? So I will go on my 3D view here, and you will see that I place along every other columns on the border. I place one, like each, like every column at least as each, right? Because the columns on top will be supported by the columns on the bottom, right? So like it's basic idea, right? So now the remaining part here is I need to create my floor and my beam. So I need to start importing my beam at each columns, right? Like every column should carry one beam, okay? So this one I'm gonna do again. I'm going to repeat the same process that I did yesterday again. The previous video, I'm gonna go again on now our second level here, and I will adjust the view. And under structure, you must see the beam, and make sure that the beam for the first floor, the beam that's used on the second floor should be the beam that you're gonna use on the third floor, right? They should have the same material, otherwise it can collapse, right? Yeah, so just make sure that all of them have the same material, okay? So I'm gonna go here on the beam. This is my beam. I'm gonna use the universal beams like here, like in the previous video, and of course the placement level should be on the second floor, okay? No, it should be on the third floor, not to be on third floor, okay? This should be on third floor, because the beam start from the second floor to the third floor, right? So I mean the column start from the second floor to the third floor, okay? So the beam should be placed at the end of the column. So the columns ends at the third floor, right? So each third floor should have beams, right? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just go on third floor. Mean that the placement plan should start on the third floor, okay? Even if I'm navigated through the second floor, if I change the placement to the third floor, so means that the beam gonna be placed on the third floor. Okay, so don't get confused here, okay? So I'm gonna place my beam again like the way that I usually place. I'm gonna use line, right? I'm gonna just I'm gonna connect all of the beams one by one, like all of the columns one by one, by taking the middle horizontal points here and also vertical points. Okay, so they give me some notification. Okay, no, there's no problem. So I'm gonna go and see how my beam looks like first of all before I keep placing the beam. So let me just go or right click on my mouse, and then zoom to fit. Zoom a little bit. Yeah, there's no problem, right? I can keep adding my beams, okay? So I'm gonna just Okay, I just repeated the same step for 6th, 5th, and 4th floor, right? So at the end, I'm gonna go and check my results, right? So I just placed the columns and the beam, right, for each floor, right? And if I go on 3D view here, you must see this is the final result, right? You can see each floor has beams, right, and columns, right? And this is our roof. Okay, so for my design, after further calculation, right, I just end up that I'm gonna remove this beam, these two beams here, and also I'm gonna add the floor on this roof here, right? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna make this this row, this column first of all here, this column here. It should have the shear wall. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just repeat the same. I'm gonna create a wall at this in this part here, right? I'm gonna create a wall. So I'll go again on architecture here, and then you can pick the wall. If you pick the wall here, you can do it one by one. You can do for the second floor, for the third floor, until the 5th floor. Okay, so it's just a matter of doing the same stuff over and over, right? Just repeat the same process. You can also copy and paste, but I don't like copy and paste because sometimes we have a lot of problem if you're using Revit, right? If you're copy and paste, you might end up copying something that you didn't expect to copy and then paste it, and then it might be more complicated for you to figure out the problem. Okay, so here I'm gonna go on the second level here. I'm going on the third level. I'm gonna go on the third level. Okay, so even on the second level here, I can go on the second level. Then I'm gonna place my wall. So my wall should start from, I'm going on the third level because my wall is going downwards. Okay. Okay, so I can even put it from here. I'm gonna take this endpoint and I'm gonna connect it to this other endpoint here using a wall. Okay, and the chain is activated, but offset is 0.0. Okay, so I'm gonna just click in here, and then after that I'm gonna see how. Okay, I'm gonna press escape first of all. Okay, we cancel the comment, and from there I'm gonna change the view. I'm gonna go for the default 3D view and see how my wall. Okay, let me just first of all do this first. My laptop's kind of lagging, don't know why. So let me do this first. Okay, so now it's correct, right? You can see that this is the third floor. The second floor, right? So the wall is going downwards. So it starts from the third floor to the second floor, and then I need to create another wall, which starts from the 4th floor to the third floor, and then from the 5th floor for the 5th floor to the 4th floor, and for the 6th floor to the 5th floor, right? So the wall is different. It's going downward. Okay, so we have to set on other level. If I put the wall on the second floor, you have to start it from the 3rd floor. So it's gonna start from the 3rd floor until the second floor. So it's gonna occupy that space. Okay, that free gap that you have been designed for it, right? So okay, so and the wall also gonna add additional forces on this beam here. So by using robots structural analysis professional, you have to consider all of these forces, these additional forces that you're putting on your beam and your columns. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about that later. So here, first of all, I'm gonna finish my walls. So this is the final result after designing the shear wall, right, for each floor, as you can see, right? So from now on, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to cover this building, right? So I need to make it alive, so create something nice, something architectural, like something nice, right? So in today's video, this can be the whole content is about the video. So if you find this video both entertaining and also educative, don't forget to share the video, don't forget to like the video, and also the most important part is to subscribe to this channel. Okay guys, see you in the next one.